What if, in a single instant, matter stopped being solid? What if everything you can touch, everything that holds our world together, suddenly became soft and stable, or simply slipped through your fingers? Today, we're diving into one of the most surreal, terrifying what-ifs in the universe. It starts with something small. A glass on your kitchen table begins to sag. Not break, it melts. People around the world notice similar things. Phone screens bending in slow motion. Metal rails turning soft under pressure. Wooden doors warping like warm wax. At first, it seems like a bizarre global heat wave, a chemical leak, a trick of the eye. But then the scientific community confirms the impossible. Matter is beginning to lose its solidity. Atoms no longer lock into place. The forces that keep the world firm are weakening. This isn't weather. This is the beginning of a collapse of reality itself. Within hours, the world begins to sag. Buildings wobble like jelly. Cars lose their structure, sinking into themselves. Concrete turns soft. Steel bends under its own weight. The earth isn't melting, it's unstiffening. The world feels like a dream, like we're walking through a universe that forgot how to hold itself together. By the end of the first day, the infrastructure of our civilization has collapsed. Skyscrapers begin bending sideways. Airplanes can't take off. Ships deform and sink like soft plastic toys. Humanity retreats indoors, but even that feels unsafe. Scientists desperately search for answers. All we know is that matter is losing the one thing we depend on most: its structure. Within 72 hours, the world becomes unrecognizable. Mountains begin to slump like soft clay. Trees lean over as their trunks lose rigidity. Cars resemble melting sculptures on silent highways. Humanity watches as the laws of physical existence unravel. Plastic becomes goo. Glass becomes syrup. Even rock becomes soft. Buildings don't shatter, they bend over, as if the earth itself is exhaling. Then comes the worst part. Human bodies begin to change too. Skin softens. Bones feel flexible. People collapse into shapeless forms unless supported. It's not painful, but it is horrifying. The boundary between solid, liquid, and life blurs. The world becomes a slow-motion wave of collapsing geometry. We are turning into something else, something between a fluid and a form. Reality is dissolving. And then, surprisingly, things stabilize. Matter stops dissolving completely. It settles into a new kind of physics, one where atoms hold together weakly like a soft gel. The world becomes pliable, flexible, tactile. But life continues, reshaping itself to survive in a universe that behaves like a dream. Humanity adapts, forming communities in protected zones, building new structures using the new properties of matter, learning to move and live in a world where nothing is firm and everything yields. Earth becomes soft. Because survival isn't about keeping the world the way it was. It's about evolving with what it becomes. If matter ceased to be solid, our world would not instantly, but it would transform beyond recognition. Everything we rely on, from our buildings, to our tools, to our own bodies, depends on rigidity. But imagine if the universe reminded us that stability is not guaranteed, that the laws of physics can shift, and that all of existence is more fragile and surreal than we ever knew. So the real question isn't, what if matter stops being solid? The real question is, if the world changed its form, would we be strong enough to change with it? A world where matter isn't solid would reshape everything we know, but maybe it would also reveal how adaptable we truly are. If the world suddenly softened, how do you think humanity would survive? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.